was a mind that would restart again and try to hold on. As a new kid without confidence, he tried to pretend that he wasn't in the room. That's when his father barged in and said, "You best be fucking listening." In the back of his mind, he knew that this was just the start of it, and bit down on his tongue until the blood dripped from his mouth, and he yelled, "I ain't just fine in the back room stalls, like learning to lie. I get a kick out of what you're telling me. Go sharpen your knives and know those blades to your throat. This is my new reality."
Hi everybody, welcome to a special episode of Stage Diving with Scotty. Today, I have the pleasure of sitting down with Brandan from the band New Ends and to talk about their brand new album, Everything's Better. Welcome to my show again, Brandan.
What's up, Scotty? Missed you, man.
It's good to see you. Like we were saying before we started, it's so cool to see where we were when we first talked, and then like just this slew of shows and just and pictures galore and videos galore, and then an actual music video, and it just seemed like just a big crap load of stuff just started happening after you guys everything started opening up again, and just whatever was going on. So it's so cool to like see that happen and then kind of talk to you face to face again. So
when was our last one? Do you remember?
it was
Was it in
months ago.
Was it in
But
March or May or something like
it might have been early in the year. Yeah, yeah.
that? I'm trying to figure out where we were as a band when we first did the talk. So yeah, there has been a bit that has changed since then.
Yes, a lot to go on for you guys. So how's it? I mean, yeah. Before we kind of jump into the album, like, how does it feel like? Just, I don't know. Like, again, just feel like it just kind of just sort of like really taken off for you guys shortly after.
I know we did. I don't know if this was before or after we played with Kenny Upla.
Yes, it was
Uh,
before that. That's what. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
okay,
Sorry.
gotcha.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
so
So
we.
how do you feeling, man? How's it been going with
I
that?
I feel good. I actually feel like I'm living a dream, if that makes sense.
Oh goodness, yeah.
Everything about it. Like when I was in middle school and high school, that's whenever iTunes first started coming out. So I always wanted to see my music on there. So to be able to see my music on there, and I was like, I made it, man.
Very
I did
surreal,
it.
yeah. Well, plus even the fact that you guys have like physical copies of your full-length album. It's your first full-length, right?
Yes.
Man,
Yeah, for real. It's not burned with my writing on there.
I don't need to see if I got chills, man. But yeah, so cool. That's so amazing. But
Thank you.
yeah. I mean, well, yeah, not even just that. You have CD, you have record too, right? You did on
Record, yep.
record.
hmm And
What
cassette.
and cassette, that's right. Oh my, I can't believe that's coming back. It's so weird. Who are you guys doing? Who are you guys doing cassettes from? Do you know?
We are going through an indie label actually here in town called Otitis Media.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got.
Yeah. So we did the records, the vinyls, and the CDs too.
Oh yeah, here you go. Yeah, right.
There it is. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I saw you got your CD the other day.
Dude, that made me so happy. I was like, what? Who am I getting from Texas? I'm like, holy crap! And then I opened up like, woohoo! Yeah, man. Who did your cover? Because I think that's such to me, that's a very iconic cover. Like, I could see that being like, you know, like you would see Enema of the State or Dude Ranch. Like, those are very iconic covers. I feel like this is an iconic cover.
Oh, stop.
I swear I'm not just bursting love all over you, but I seriously am. I mean it. Like, I think that's a very iconic cover. Like, you would see it and go, oh yeah, that's the New Ends album. Oh my God,
Yeah,
yeah.
thanks, man. Brad actually drew it. He designed the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, he designs like just about everything for us.
Dude, he's on fire, man. Dear Lord.
So I had got into vinyls, like vinyl records, and I had got a record player for my birthday in 2020. And so recently I had bought one of those stands that you put on the wall. You can put your record on there.
Yeah.
And so I had told Brad I want something like that looks good as like wall art as well. So he just like killed it. He
Totally.
just destroyed it. But
Man,
yeah, he captured everything I could have wanted, and especially everything we were trying to do with Spanx, the skeleton, and
yeah,
it kind of all just ties in together.
it totally does. Did you so was that always the idea when you started making Manifested This, the video, as far as your character?
I guess kind of. He drew it, and then when I was pitching out the ideas for the video, I was like, oh, I kind of want a scene like that to be in there. So I guess it did kind of tie into each other very well. But that song's actually about my wife and how I met her and everything.
Oh,
So
very cool.
I wanted the video to kind of serve more as like a punk rock version of it, I guess.
Also, so then was that you two in the video?
No, that's actually our friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And hopefully we play our cards right. He's gonna come out at the show on Saturday dressed up like that.
Dude, there you go. That'd be great. Oh my
And
gosh.
we're trying, man. We're trying. I texted him earlier. I was like, "Yo, word on the street is you're gonna pop out in uniform." I don't know. We'll
Don't
see.
say a
If he
word.
does, if he does, I'll get a good shot of it for you.
Dude, that's great. That's cool, man. Was it just a matter of like not having like scheduling the time of shooting with you guys, or you just didn't want to do it? As far
As
as
far as Spank,
yeah, as far as being in that video, as far as yeah.
um, it was kind of like when we decided to do the video, we wanted to be very like story driven aside from band driven. And when it came time to like decide who's gonna be Spanks, we kind of always knew it was gonna be Zach.
Okay.
So yeah, he's our actually like one of our best friends for many years, but he is like Spanx. Like if you talk to Zach and then you kind of see what we're trying to do with Spanx, he's like, yeah, that is Spanx.
Do you okay, so this is it. The Everything's Better, your first full length. I know I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. I know I've said it to you personally, but I feel like it's a very savory album. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of just ear candy and there's thought-provoking subject and content and then stuff that just hits you right in the freaking gut.
So the way I started it was with Down and Out, and that song is it's like a minute long intro, and that kind of serves as more of like a something that you don't deal with when it's small will eventually grow to be something bigger than you can handle. So that's kind of the way Down and Out starts and goes straight into Punch Chunk, which is like straight in your face, unforgiving type of thing. A couple of years ago, I got into like an altercation with my dad, and just kind of everything that happened and the way to cope with it, and kind of some aftermath is pretty much what that song is about.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but there is a part in there during the bridge. It's you hear the little girl laughing. It's
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
my
yeah.
daughter.
I figured so, but
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna assume. I
yeah,
was
that's
gonna
her.
ask that though.
She was pretty much a stone to help everybody get back to where we needed to be. So that part kind of serves as like the shift, I guess, the shift back into a stable place.
I can't believe this. Something so simple wasn't here.
I'm not gonna do it. I can't do it. See, that just brought even more to like, just oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's really cool, man. Because family altercations are incredibly piercing to the heart, and especially if they're not dealt with, man, that can just bleed out for years and years. So,
Yeah, it's pretty dirty.
yeah, that's a good way of putting it. The next is the youth.
So the youth, there's a couple of different ways to go about the youth. The main driving force, I wrote that song. I started writing that song years ago. Um, I think when I was writing Burnout. No, actually before that, when I was writing Nail Biter. It was a medley. It was the youth, which was called Broken Wrist at the time, and it would go into Nail Biter. But I ended up making Nail Biter a full song and then kind of put the youth on the back burner. So I came back to it unintentionally, just started writing a riff and I liked it. So I made it a story. It's basically about my son. Yeah, whenever so I explain it like this, like the hardest part about having kids when you're young is that you're still growing up yourself.
Yeah.
And so I got a new job and we were moving a lot. So he didn't spend that much at schools. He spent like a max of 2 years at each school. And elementary is like kinder to fifth, so it's like 6 years. And I think he's been to maybe like 4 or 5 schools, elementary schools.
Oof.
Yeah. So that's really about any kind of success he has now is like his own because he did it. He did it on his own.
Yeah. Did he ever express to you like any kind of like, hey dad, why are we moving so much? Or just did he ever kind of just ask you any like reason for why why not staying in someplace for longer than 2 years?
No, he kind of doesn't really ask too many questions, just kind of goes with the flow, you know.
Yeah.
But recently, I think it was last year, he had a project like it was like filling out a paper and telling your life in apps. So it was like describe your life in apps. And one of his apps was a moving app. I was like, fuck. Like, he notices, bro. He's not dumb. He knows what's going on. But yeah, that's kind of I felt really bad for it. So the end it says I'm in the fourth grade, but I left my family and my friends behind. I've said something like that. That's basically what it means, just constantly moving. And we're not even moving cities. We're just moving houses in the same city.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I move all over the place in the same city, but he was at a new school. Didn't get to meet. I think he each school maybe made a handful of friends and then bounced. It was time to start over. So
He's sad and he's ready to begin his week, but in the other room was a mind that would restart again and try to hold on. As a new kid without confidence, he tried to pretend that he wasn't in the room. That's when his father barged in and said, "You best be fucking listening." In the back of his mind, he knew that this was just the start of it, and bit down on his tongue until the blood dripped from his mouth and he yelled, "I eat just fine in the backroom stalls." Like learning to
that's just kind of my way of apologizing, I guess.
Okay. Has he been cool ever since? I mean, kind of seemed like not necessarily over it, but kind of like, okay, it is what it is. Kind of like accepted it, and he's kind of cool now and making friends where you're at now.
Yeah, he actually just started a new school. He's in middle school now, so he started a new school and
Holy
he's only
cow.
been there a handful of days, maybe about a week. But yeah, he's getting used to it. It's still gonna be the rest of his life from now on. So he'll be there. He'll be there soon. And the shitty part is that he just started a new school. He's in seventh grade, right? Middle school goes up to eighth grade, so he's gonna be there 2 years. He's
Yep.
gonna be there 2 more years and have to change schools again. It's shitty. It's a shitty cycle.
Oh boy. I have to write another song about
I
that.
know, right? I'll see you in a few years, man.
Next, we've got Americano. What's that one?
Americano. I drink Americanos actually.
Uh, I was gonna say, was that a coffee reference, but I don't know what.
Yeah, it's exactly a coffee reference. I was looking up what Americano meant one time, and it gave me a story. It was like, I guess back in like World War I, World War II, some guy, I think it's based off a book or something. Some guy went into like a coffee shop and ordered Americano, and nobody knew what it was. So I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if you just wrote a story about that? So that's Americano is storytelling, trying to deal with some problems that you don't really know how to deal with. And basically, it's a soldier trying to order a coffee from a barista. Barista's like kind of saying like, "Yo, we don't have that, but like, are you okay?" And the soldier just kind of starts like spilling his guts to him, and like, I guess he realized he's getting too deep, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll just take the Americano."
Feels like that's what a lot of people do nowadays, too. Like you kind of start touching something a little personal, and they're like, oh, "Okay, never mind. Let's go away from."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I am a victim. I am not a victim. I am actually guilty of doing that myself.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially if like you're already got your mind somewhere else and you got to be somewhere else, and you're just kind of like, I don't know if I want to invest in this moment right now. So, I'll
Yeah, I'll take the Americano.
I might start doing that. Actually, that'll be a saying.
I remember my days of blaming. I'll keep holding my breath till I lose this pain in my chest. I'm sick of yelling all my thoughts. It's never been enough. Don't play with me, but on that blade, it's so cold.
Well, okay, then, okay, so yeah, that's right. You said manifested this is about you and your wife,
Mhm.
and then sure, which was the music video was a lot of fun. It was really just kind of sweet and in the weirdest way, which is cool. I love it. You know.
You know what's funny about that video is we started shooting it. We weren't able to get all the shots because it was a weekday. I think it was like 2 o'clock, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So everyone had to go because we had to work and had to take the kids to school and all that. So we went home. Then we're like, we'll shoot it again. We have a show coming up. I think it was that Friday or something, or maybe like a month later. It's like, let's just go finish shooting it. We'll get it all wrapped up. But for some reason, I think a cold front came in or something. It was
Really?
like, I think like 50 degrees or something like that outside. And it's downtown next to the water, so it's even colder down there. and they have to wear the same getup. It sucks. Like they actually do really good, and I can't exactly tell you what parts we had shot that day, but if you were to pan the camera around, we're all like bundled up in jackets and stuff, and they're over there like in leggings. Zach's wearing those short ass shorts. I felt bad. I really did feel
Like
bad for that
sunscreen, Zach.
That notion looked promising. The records were crumbling.
What a trooper, though.
Yeah.
And you guys, okay, so no guts. Man, that one to me that was one of the other one of the many. That was sort of a well, I mean, pun intended, a gut punch in a way.
No guts. That has a lot to do with me being kind of like emotionally raw in a way. Just kind of like sometimes sometimes I feel like I'm not able to do something I want to do, or like something I've set my mind to. I just can't do it, and sometimes I tend to like blame it onto other people or kind of blame myself for it. So in the end of the day, it's kind of just like, hey, do you got the guts to do this, or like, are you just all talk? And during the bridge, it's kind of more like straightforward. I don't remember exactly what I say. Basically, like, if I don't do it, it's not my fault. It's somebody else's fault.
Hmm.
And then you hit back to the chorus, and it's kind of like, hey, are you gonna do it or not?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, bro? Like,
Yeah.
what's up? What's going on?
So do you feel like it's that with big things and little things, or just bigger things in general?
A lot of the big things that count,
Yeah.
mainly that one. Some small things I'm able just to continue on without, but a lot of the big things that I feel will define me, sometimes I feel too scared to chase.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's mainly what that is right there.
I'm so sick of apologizing for the shit that I already admitted to but never did. I hate waking up screaming, tell myself I'll be better by the weekend. Because your stories are unclear, truth can be unfair. I guess I'll be honest.
There's no guts.
It's
That's a
hard.
good song. Like instrumentally, it's a good song. Me and my brother, I don't remember what happened. We were hanging out in the living room, and my brother was like, "Let's do a song like In Bloom from Neck Deep." I don't know if you heard that one.
I don't think I have.
It's like a softer song. I was like, okay, I think I can probably do something like that. And so I guess this was my attempt at that. Didn't really turn out the way I had intended, but it's better. I guess it's better than what I was trying to do.
No, that's great. I love when that happens instead of the opposite.
Oh yeah, it turns out shitty. I had plenty of shitty songs in this one.
On
I
this
gotta
one?
release those on this one. Yeah, there's about actually. I
Really?
take that back. There's one song that did not make it onto the album that I wish did, but I'm actually really glad it didn't because we're gonna drop it on the EP as a single or something. Um, that song is hot.
Yeah.
It was really good. Yeah, I can't wait for that song for us to do something with that song. We play it live already, but I don't think many people realize it. But that song is gonna be sick once we drop it.
Oh, see, now you're gonna be really excited.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you so you can jam it.
That was one of the few ones that
Yeah, no,
that I could feel.
I
Um,
love it.
so then with okay, yeah. So now we're kind of getting to the ones that kind of hit me in the face, in the gut, in the heart, and rip it out. So safe to say, it was the interlude or the interlude to the actual song where you say something about burning your journals, and you know what's funny? I know it's about. I know this is for you guys. But one thing that would hit me because I've told you before where I've had a huge battle with severe depression back in my day. So I had to just journals and pages of just random notes. And I held on to this stuff for years. And probably about 3 years ago, I found them again. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to cry. And I found them and I started going through them. And they were so dark and it was and I thought about it, and I said, that's not me anymore. I'm not this person. Why? I don't need to hold on to this anymore. And I took them and I just threw them in the trash. I said, forget it. That's not Scotty. That's not the Scotty now. I am not that Scotty anymore. And I just tossed them away. All those years of even really good poems that were dark and depressing, or even just thoughtful thoughts and this kind of stuff, but there was still a deep, depressing thing. And I just said, no, that's not who I am anymore. And I threw them away. So when I heard your interlude, and it led to Safe to Say, you took me, I'm not gonna do it. It just took me down, man. It took me down. Safe to Say was a very emotional song to me. What was it for you creating, or where's your mentality when you were writing it?
This is a hug, man. I'm hugging you, man. I'm hugging you right now. I honestly did the same thing, man. I journaled for a long time, and it was a little pocket journals, maybe about this big or so. Just kept in my pocket, just write stuff down, ideas, lyrics, songs, just thoughts. I had a whole box of them, and one day I used to have a fire pit in the backyard. One day I had it on. I was like, I'm just gonna burn all these. I don't need them anymore.
Yeah,
I legit burned them. And when it came, I was writing out the piano. This sounds really good. And there's like, there's some things I just want to. I feel like I do this thing sometimes where I play scenarios in my head often, and I don't know. I just felt like I don't have to play it in my head right now. I can actually put it in a song. So I put it up in there. But basically, yeah, it's about letting go of your past self. And it's actually the turning point of the whole album, because up until that point, it's just been in your face, just like typically what New Ends has done before. And the way No Guts ends is just that lead, that delayed lead. Yeah. And the lead ends up just soloing out by itself. And so I wanted you to feel just as lonely as it feels to be that lead. Yeah. Because sometimes it's important to feel lonely, because I feel lonely sometimes, and I just mask it with like a smile, But yeah, basically. And then one thing I did notice about myself is when I'm backed up into a corner, upset or something, I spit. I spit a lot.
Really?
Yeah. It was like a llama. No, I'm just kidding. No, like when I'm angry or I don't know how to deal with something, I tend to spit. I don't know why. I just do.
Really?
And so I wanted to put that spit at the beginning. It's safe to say. Believe it or not, I tracked that spit like 7 times.
You're like, don't have any more salivating about it. I'm nothing.
I know. I need to go get some water.
Give me water.
Yeah, whenever I recorded the song and I sent it to our producer, he sent me back like the drafts of it, and there was no spit in there. I was like, oh man, I need that spit.
Yeah.
That spit needs to be in there. But yeah, that spit is important.
See, I love hearing this stuff. That's so great. It sounds weird, right? So great spits in there.
I'm lost.
Last February, I promised things I could never deliver on. It's not me, but I guess it could be. I've waited, I've known that it was more personal to let the feelings subside.
No, man, Safe to Say is such a great song, man. That's a fantastic song. So next is Chew, Spit, Choke. This is a pretty rough song.
Yeah, Chew, Spit, Choke was actually, I think, if not the first, and the second song I wrote for the album. I want to say it was Chew, Spit, Choke, and Punch Drunk were the first ones. Okay. But Chew, Spit, Choke is sick. I love that song. Yeah. We've actually gotten really good at playing that song live too. Yeah. Yeah, what you can boil that song down to is either chew, spit, or choke. Chew, you can take what life gets you, chew it and you eat it, you just deal with it. Spit, you take it and you spit it out, because you're gonna do what you're gonna do, like fuck life. And then swallow, spit. So chew, spit, choke is either you take it, you choke on it, you let it kill you. So that's basically the best way to boil it down. No. That has a lot to do with the actual fight that happened. Kind of just like the anger part of it, and then just trying to say like, can't we just wake up tomorrow and just pretend it didn't happen? Yeah.
I got a lot of regrets, things I never did. Maybe I handled a bottle like my father did. I guess it could be scary throwing punches, shouldn't it? True spit, choke, I fear the rest I know. The more I try my best unless it shows. Truth's been shown, I've been the rest I know.
So the next is quite effing Frank. Sorry, I don't say it.
It's okay, man. As fuck you as that song really is, it's actually an argument with yourself. Kind of like just kind of like fighting in your head, you know. And what it's actually really cool is I want to do a video about that, about with that song in there that kind of ties into a couple other songs that we're gonna do. But I want it to be Spanx fighting a whole bunch of Spanx because he's just fighting himself constantly.
Great idea, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
taking donations. We got a movie to shoot, man. We
There
need
you
some
go.
funding.
Heck yeah. I like that.
Yeah, that song was fun. I want the biggest thing with that song was it was always planned to be very short, very angry, and it was gonna go right in front of "I'm Doing Okay," because I wanted it to be two extremes: super angry to super vulnerable, and it worked. Sounds good together.
If I had to be honest, this moment makes me sick. I'm sick of repeating this bullshit I'm in. I can't express it, I bottle it up. Drop it with gasoline, blame it for fun. I'm my own enemy, I know me so well. The devil on my shoulder.
Oh, I think I'm doing okay. Killed me the first time and then killed me whenever I listened to it. And then I kind of stopped for a while. And then today I listened to it again and I'm going, oh, I'm crying in my truck as I'm driving during work. And I'm going, that song, I'm seeing if no one cries during that song, I think there's something wrong with them personally. But that line in the chorus of like, I'll probably screw it up, but it's something where I don't want to hear how great you're doing when I'm only doing okay is
Yeah.
it's such a great thought and a great just a great line because how many times have we thought about that, you know, when someone's great or someone's doing good and they're showing it and they're smiling and stuff and just going, I'm not like that at all. I don't feel that way at all. And whether it be
Yeah.
temporary or something you've kind of held on to or whatnot, it's still just a super crappy feeling. But yet one day I will be okay, you know, and it's like that's true too, you know, as much as we feel down, we will be okay. Look, like I just said moments ago, I feel like I'm so much better than I used to be. I have days where I'm a little sad or maybe even a little lonely, but I'm not depressed like I used to be. I got a handle on it now, you know. So I'm sorry, I'm yapping it up, but
Oh, love it.
it?
I love it. So there's a couple things behind that one. One, I wanted the singing to be very in the verses, I wanted to be arrogant. Not entirely arrogant, but you know, like nothing bothers me type of thing. Like I got a grip on this. And then the chorus I wanted to be very vulnerable because like, you know, highs, low lows type of thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I tried a whole different type of singing on the chorus with a lot of different harmonies. And yeah, it came together really well. That's actually, if not one of probably my favorite song right now on the album.
Yep.
And
with you.
yeah, and we're planning so for I don't know when we're gonna drop this, but we're planning for the show that's coming up to open up with that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
dude.
gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick.
Dude. Oh man. I hope someone takes video.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah.
trying to work on. I'm trying to figure out how I can get this thing like documented, like recorded the way we need it to be recorded.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, that's the plan.
I love it.
That song. One of my buddies had hit me up one time when I was driving home from work. I live like 8-10 minutes away from the house.
Oh.
So like if it's a long day, I like to sit in silence. But some days I feel good. I just want to, I want to talk or whatever.
Yeah.
My buddy had hit me up and he was going through his thing with his ex and I felt really bad for him. So I came home and I started messing around with that riff. I really love the opening riff because it's played the same. It's the same thing played just with one little chord change in it. And I feel like it explains a lot. But
Yeah.
so I recorded that song. I sent it to him. He was like, "Yo, chill." Yeah, I know, man. I know. I'm sorry.
He's like, you're giving me all the feels. Stop.
But yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. That's one of my favorite ones right now. That song has a lot to say,
Oh yeah.
and people are listening. People are definitely listening to it, and it makes me feel like, makes me proud, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause maybe someday you'll see that I'm doing okay. Just stop right now. My head spins in daydreams about you.
I know we don't have a lot of time left. I'm sorry. So apples to a tree. So I know this one's the one where you're kind of sort of overlapping with a narrative. What's that one about?
I actually need. I'm gonna send you that. So it starts off with "Hey kid." So "Hey
Yes.
kid."
Yes.
That's actually the letter. It's actually the letter that is referenced in Everything's Better.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's one voice reading the letter. There's a voice reading it back, which is my voice, and then there's a vocal right down the middle singing the lyrics.
Yeah.
And kind of like whenever you've had it with somebody, or like you've heard it all before, you tend to in one ear out the other, you know. So that was kind of like this guy's reading the letter, but I can't hear you. Like you can't hear anything that's going on. I have to show you the letter to actually understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was
It's hard when that happens when you're during a song. You're like, I wonder what he's saying, doggone it. Stop singing.
that was yeah, that's kind of the biggest point of it was I didn't want anyone to actually understand what he's saying because what he's saying is not important. What it's saying is how you're feeling. But I will send you that letter because I hand wrote it and everything. It looks sick.
Dude, yes, please.
Your sister told me you've been going through some stuff. Hope you're doing better. It's been a while since I've seen you as work. I myself am getting ready to leave. Hopefully this new place works out better than the last one. I'm writing you today because I want to tell you I'm sorry. A lot has changed since we last spoke.
So and you said that leads to Everything's Better. So the final song and the last thing to be said.
Everything's better. It's actually about quite a few things all put together. The biggest thing I guess you can say was just trying to understand a point that I guess the best way I can explain is trying to understand somebody that is not understandable. Like trying to feel for somebody getting their shoes, but like they're not wearing shoes, you know, like what they're saying now is going to be different tomorrow. So you can't fully get to know who they are, understand them, or give them the benefit of the doubt when all they're doing is just, I say it a lot in a lot of songs. I just realized that, but burning bridges.
Yeah, yeah. Very
And
true.
basically that's what it is. It starts off with kind of like where I am at right now in my life. Then it goes into like I said, trying to understand somebody that it's not possible to understand. Then from there it goes on to saying basically what do I say in that second part? Just kind of like trying to think of what would it be like maybe if I did give you a chance. And like honestly, I can't think of it. Like I can't picture that type of life, you know. I can't picture that life that I gave you the benefit of the doubt and like, you know, everything patches itself up. And then it goes on to do the apology. Then after the apology, it's like the distrusting. And then the end is just the lie. And I really like the way it solos out with just the guitar and the yelling
Yeah.
with the vocals, because if you're listening to it, I listen to my music on repeat, you know. So like I don't ever have dead silence because it starts right over again.
Yeah.
But my biggest, I guess my goal was that you're left with that and then you're just left in silence.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want everyone to feel in silence because I want them to feel like, yo, what the hell just happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
But what's also cool is because I listen to my music and repeat, it's always playing. That song finishes and then Down and Out starts right after.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to listen to it that way if you have Everything's Better first for a story point of view, because like you're starting off with a line and you're going to experience everything that happens because of it. Yeah, there's a couple different ways to listen to the album that I've been listening to. I was thinking about making like a Spotify playlist and kind of like, yo, try listening to it this way type of thing.
Really? That's cool, man. People love that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff. That'd be
I
really
do too.
cool, something like that.
You know who did that?
Hmm.
I had got it from her, an idea. Taylor Swift.
Really?
Yeah, she released her album. I don't remember which one it was, but she released a whole bunch of EPs. Like, try listening to it this way, or these are songs about this, and these are songs about this. Right? Yeah, I never listened to it, but I like Taylor Swift, but I never got around to listening to all those EPs that she released. But I thought that was like a super sick idea, and I wanted to
It's a
try it.
really cool idea. Yeah. I mean, I'm not necessarily a fan of her, but I think that's a really cool idea. I give it props to that. But yeah, you should play with that, dude. Seriously, that'd be a really cool for you because I think this album is well done in so many ways. It's got great sound. It's produced wonderfully. The songs are great. The subject and the content of all of them is great too and relatable. Again, ear candy. It's just I feel like this is just an all around fantastic. It's one of my favorite albums of the year, punk albums of the year, honestly. And yeah, dude, and I just think it's a lot for people to be that people are going to talk about. I really do believe that. So that said, I can't thank you enough for being on here. I know you got your release party this Friday. I'm trying to have this thing out ready so that way people can hear it, before or after.
We got a handful of homies coming. Our good friend Ruben, actually the one that shot the Manifest this video.
Yeah.
His band Beyond Reach is going to be playing. We've been playing with our friends in Left Handed Knives Updog. They're both going to be playing there. And then our friends from Austin and Halfway Atlantic are coming down to party with us too.
A lot of good bands.
That's
a
it's
lot.
gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I bought like those streamer cannons and everything, man. It's gonna be lit. I am hoping that the vinyls or the cassettes get in before the show, because my plan is to go throw up. My plan is to go throw some. I'm gonna throw up because they're so sick. To go throw some bags around town.
There you go.
Throw some
Yeah.
bags around.
So some stickers, some tapes, that kind of stuff. Oh
Yeah,
no!
yo,
Freezing
check
up
this
again.
out real quick.
Yeah, please
Oh,
do.
am I really?
No, you're okay
Yeah.
now.
We're gonna be throwing them in these bad boys.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's great, dude.
Yeah,
Oh
it's gonna be
man.
clean. Hopefully, it all works out the way it's supposed to work out, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
I think it's going to be just an amazing night for you guys, and I think it's going to be memorable in so many ways. And I'm very excited for you, and I'm very excited that people are going to be listening to this thing. How many songs do you plan on playing actually for this set? Do you know?
I think the set list that we're from the album.
Yeah.
Just every single song from the album except for Safe to Say.
Okay.
Yeah, we will
That's all
play
right.
mixed in with our other songs that we typically play, but it's I think it's about an hour and a half. I think like an hour set, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very, very sweaty.
Drink lots of
Very
water.
sweaty. I know. I want to get a photographer, and like I said, I want to try to get some kind of video because I really want to capture just however we can. Maybe we capture the majority of the show and we put it onto some like a VHS or something.
There you go.
Crazy.
Something no one has anymore either.
Yeah, if you want to listen to new ones, you better hit up the pawn shop first because you're gonna need it.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, dude, you have a wonderful night. Again, thank you for taking the time, brother. And I wish you luck and have a great time this weekend. And I'm looking forward to seeing pictures and whatever else you got going for that show, dude. So,
For sure, man.
yeah.
Hey, we'll be in
Appreciate it.
touch.
Absolutely, dude.
Thanks, Scotty.
All right.